Sometimes there is a quiet ache that settles into the heart, not loud, not screaming, just a soft, almost invisible ache. The kind that makes the chest feel heavy even in stillness. It's the ache of wanting peace, the ache of needing to take a deep breath and not feel the weight pressing down on your soul. When the world becomes too noisy and the mind too cluttered, the soul gently asks for space to breathe. It doesn't demand, it doesn't shout, it whispers softly, lovingly, "Let me rest. Let me feel again. Let me be free." There is nothing wrong with needing rest. There is nothing weak about wanting stillness. In fact, it is one of the most powerful decisions we can make, to stop, breathe, and come back to ourselves. There is a kind of healing that happens in stillness, a kind that cannot be forced. It's a natural unfolding, like petals blooming in the warmth of the sun. And just as the flower does not rush its opening, your healing cannot be rushed either. It unfolds in its own time when you are ready to be gentle with yourself. It is okay if things have felt heavy lately. It is okay if you haven't smiled from your heart in a while. Sometimes the soul carries stories that were never meant to be held forever. Stories of fear, hurt, and not feeling enough. But you are not the story. You are the one who holds it, and you can let it go when you're ready. Not by pushing it away, but by bringing light to it. By saying to yourself, "I see you, I hear you, and I choose love." In these moments, what helps is not another task or another plan. What helps is presence, a quiet sitting with yourself, a placing of the hand on the heart and saying, "You are safe with me." When you begin there, even for just a minute a day, something changes. Something begins to soften. You begin to come home to yourself, little by little. Let the breath come in slowly now. Feel it. Allow it to wash over the pain. Let it whisper to every part of you that has been holding on too tightly. This breath is not just air. It is life saying, "I'm here with you. I've never left you." Let your exhale be a release, a surrender of the things that are too heavy to carry alone. You are not alone, and you don't have to carry it all. There is nothing to fix in you. There is only more of you to love. Sometimes the most healing thing we can do is to stop trying to be different and instead sit gently with the parts of us we already are. The tired parts, the parts that tried so hard, the ones that didn't get what they needed. Sit with them like you would sit with a dear friend who is crying, with patience, with care, with love. You are allowed to feel lost sometimes. You are allowed to feel unsure. These feelings do not make you broken. They make you human. And in that humanness, you are already enough. You don't have to earn your worth. You were born with it. And even in the moments when you forget that, the truth remains unchanged. You are worthy. You are lovable. You are needed in this world. So let this be a moment of beginning, not a loud beginning, but a quiet one, a breath, a soft turning inward, a sacred pause. Let the noise fall away. Let the world wait. Let the soul breathe. In that space, healing lives. In that space, transformation begins. When we start to truly heal, it doesn't happen all at once. It begins with the smallest awareness, the awareness that we are hurting, the awareness that something inside feels tender, tired, or restless. This awareness is not weakness, it is strength. Because once we are aware, we can begin to care for what we find. Too often, we are taught to push through, to ignore, or to hide our pain. But pain that is hidden does not go away. It lingers, it grows roots, it quietly influences our choices, our thoughts, and even our health. that ache in the chest, that tightness in the shoulders, that knot in the stomach. These are all gentle messages from the body saying, there is something here that needs love. Healing begins when we listen, not to fix, not to solve, but to witness. The way you might sit beside a river and simply listen to it flow, you can sit beside your own emotions and say, I am here with you. And when you do, the body begins to trust you again. The heart begins to open again. The soul begins to feel safe enough to come forward. There is great beauty in simply acknowledging what you feel. You don't have to label it. You don't have to explain it. Just let it be. Right now, I feel tight. Right now, I feel heavy. Right now, I feel numb. All of these are sacred truths, and the moment we bring them to light with compassion, something begins to shift. Compassion is not just a feeling, it is a practice. It's the soft voice that says, I understand why this hurts. It's the gentle hand that rests on the heart. It's the willingness to stay with ourselves, even when the feelings are hard to hold. That is the beginning of real healing, not changing the emotion, but loving the one who feels it. As you notice the sensations in your body, gently breathe into them, not to make them disappear, but to offer them space. The breath is a bridge between the body and the soul. When you breathe with awareness, you tell your body it is safe to feel, it is safe to release. And little by little, the body begins to let go of what it has carried for too long. You might notice tears come. That is okay. Tears are not a sign of failure. They are a sign of softness returning. They are the rain that nourishes the soil of your being. Let them fall if they come. Let them water the seeds of something new. And in these moments, affirmations become a loving guide. Simple, clear truths to anchor your heart. You can say softly, I am willing to feel. It is safe for me to heal. I treat myself with kindness. Say them out loud. Whisper them if you need to. Repeat them often, like a gentle lullaby for your soul. As you do this, your inner world begins to change. You may not notice it right away, but something within you is shifting. You are becoming more loving with yourself, more present, more whole. And that is the gift of awareness. It brings you back home. You have carried so much, so many emotions, thoughts, stories, and expectations. And now you are being invited to lay some of them down, not all at once, not forever, just for now. Just enough to breathe a little more deeply, just enough to feel the warmth of your own presence. The weight we carry often isn't even ours. It's old patterns, inherited fears, beliefs we picked up when we were too young to question them. They pile up like stones in our pockets, slowing us down, making life feel harder than it needs to be. But just as we pick them up, we can put them down, gently, intentionally, lovingly. There is no rush. Healing is not a race. It's a soft unfolding. And right now, the most loving thing you can do is give yourself permission to let go, permission to feel, permission to choose ease over struggle. That doesn't mean you are giving up. It means you are choosing a different way, a kinder way. One of the ways to begin releasing pain is through the breath, breathing in gently through the nose, holding for a moment, and exhaling softly through the mouth. As you exhale, imagine the tension leaving your body. No need to force it. Just allow the breath to carry it away, a little at a time. You can also place your hands over your heart and whisper, I am here for you. This simple act sends a powerful message to the body. You are not alone. You are supported. You are loved. And love is what releases pain, not pressure, not punishment. Love. Mirror work can also be a sacred practice in releasing pain. standing in front of a mirror, looking into your own eyes and gently saying, I am willing to release. I am safe to let go. In the beginning, it might feel strange, but keep going. Your reflection begins to respond. The walls you've built begin to soften, and slowly, the truth of your worth shines through. You might also try journaling, not to make sense of everything, but simply to let the feelings out. Write without editing, without judging. Let the page be a safe place where your truth can exist. When emotions have a place to be expressed, they no longer need to be suppressed. You are not here to carry the weight of the world. You are here to live, to breathe, to experience joy. You are here to feel the sun on your skin, the wind through your hair, the peace in your heart. But to make space for those things, you must first release what is not yours to carry anymore. Say to yourself, I am willing to let go of what no longer serves me. Let it become your gentle mantra, not something to demand, but something to invite. Because when you invite release with love, it comes more easily. The body listens, the heart responds, and the soul begins to breathe again. You don't need to have all the answers. You don't need to do it perfectly. All you need is a little willingness, a little softness, a little time each day to turn inward and say, I am ready to feel lighter. That is where healing begins. That is where transformation lives. And that is where your soul can finally breathe. Sometimes what lives deep inside is not just pain. It is a longing to be free from what we thought we had to carry forever. When we begin to understand that we can release, not because we figured everything out, not because the story is resolved, but simply because we are ready to live again, a door opens. Not an external one, but an inner door. A quiet, sacred door that leads us back to peace. Forgiveness often lives behind that door. And for many, that word feels so big, so complicated. But in truth, forgiveness is not something you do all at once. It's not about excusing what hurt. It's not about pretending things didn't matter. Forgiveness is a gift you give yourself, a way of saying, I will not let this pain define who I am anymore. So often we believe that if we forgive, we are letting something go too easily. But forgiveness is not about what happened. It's about what's happening inside of you now. Holding on to resentment, shame, guilt, or regret becomes a heavy chain around your soul. And you don't have to keep carrying that chain. You can begin to let it go, piece by piece. Start by simply breathing into your heart. Let your hands rest gently over your chest. Say softly, I am willing to open my heart to healing. That is all. No pressure, just willingness. The universe responds to willingness. It rushes in with support when you give even the smallest opening. Imagine your heart like a room filled with closed windows. Each breath of forgiveness is like opening one window and letting in a little more light. You don't have to open them all at once. You don't even need to know how. Just be willing to unlock one today. You may wish to sit quietly and bring to mind someone or something that feels heavy in your heart. Don't force anything. Just allow it to rise if it wants to, and then speak gently. I release this from my energy. I let go with love for the sake of my own peace. This isn't about making the other right. This is about choosing peace instead of pain, choosing light instead of heaviness. Sometimes the one who needs forgiveness most is the self, for all the choices made from fear, for all the times silence was chosen when you wished you had spoken, for the moments of self-doubt and harshness. The healing begins when you say, I forgive myself. I was doing the best I could with what I knew. You are not here to be perfect. You are here to be whole. And part of being whole is allowing yourself the grace to make mistakes, to grow, to soften. When you offer forgiveness, whether to yourself or to others, you are not erasing what happened. You are choosing not to suffer because of it anymore. Let this be an act of freedom, a choice to no longer let the past dim the light of your soul. You are not meant to live in the shadows of yesterday. You are meant to step into today with clarity, with breath, with openness. As you continue to forgive, notice how your body feels. Notice the shoulders loosening, the heart lifting, the stomach releasing. Forgiveness doesn't just live in the mind, it settles into the body and makes room for joy. Say gently, with each breath, I release. With each breath, I welcome peace. Repeat this when you feel overwhelmed, when the old stories try to pull you back. Let it be a reminder that you have a choice to come back to love. And with that love, you begin to create space, real sacred space where your soul can stretch, breathe, and rest. This is the space where true healing takes place, not in the noise of fixing, but in the silence of allowing peace, allowing breath, allowing lightness. When your soul is given room to breathe, you start to feel the weight lift. And in that space, something beautiful happens. You reconnect with who you are beyond all the old roles, labels, and expectations. You begin to remember the soft truth. You are already whole. Emotional clutter, the thoughts, fears, and self-judgments that swirl endlessly, can crowd the heart. But when you begin to gently clear the inner space, even just a little, clarity returns. Joy returns. You begin to feel yourself again. Let yourself take this moment to pause, to ask gently, what am I holding on to that no longer serves me? Not with blame, not with judgment, just with openness. You can write down what comes up, letting your journal hold it for you, letting the words leave your mind and land softly on paper where they can be seen and released. You might find feelings of not being enough, not being heard, not feeling safe. You might uncover old stories that say, I have to be strong all the time, or I can't show my true self. When you see these clearly, you can begin to say, I choose a new way now. You don't have to keep carrying the stories that were given to you. You can create new ones that bring light instead of burden. In this clear space, let your soul breathe. Let your body rest. You don't have to do anything right now except exist. That is enough. Your being is enough. Just being still with hand to heart is an act of healing. Say softly, I make space for peace in my life. Let this affirmation guide your day. Whisper it before sleep. Speak it into the mirror each morning. Let it become the new truth your soul rests upon. There is something sacred about a soul allowed to breathe. It begins to sing again, not loudly at first, but gently. A soft hum of joy, a quiet rhythm of peace, a return to self. This is where your healing lives, in the quiet, in the breath, in the love you give yourself when you need it most. And now, gently, let us turn inward once more. Let us explore the way the mind and body speak to one another, not through words, but through feeling. Every thought carries energy, and every energy has a place it wants to land in the body. A loving thought can feel like sunshine across the chest. A harsh thought can feel like coldness in the stomach. Your body listens. It always has. When you think, I'm not good enough, your body tenses. It braces. It prepares to defend or retreat. But when you think, I am lovable just as I am, something inside melts. Shoulders lower. The breath deepens. The nervous system says, I am safe. This is why it matters what we think. not because we must control every thought, but because our thoughts shape our experience. They can be tools of kindness or weapons of tension. And the beautiful part is, we get to choose. Even if the old patterns rise again and again, we can gently say, "Not today. Today I choose to speak with love." It doesn't have to be loud or dramatic. Even one gentle thought can begin to shift your entire day. One soft affirmation, one kind whisper to your own heart. That's all it takes to change the direction of your inner world. Try saying softly, "My thoughts support my healing," or "It is safe to think loving thoughts." Let these words flow through your body as if they are sunlight warming your skin. Let them settle in the places that feel tight. Breathe into those places. Let them open slowly. The body and mind are not separate. They are companions, dancing together every moment. When your mind softens, your body relaxes. When your body relaxes, your mind becomes more still. And in that stillness, your true self rises, calm, strong, wise, and loving. Let your thoughts become like gentle waves, each one washing over you with love. If a harsh thought arises, don't push it away. Just say, "That's not the voice I choose today," and then choose again. Choose softness, choose kindness, choose peace. There is no shame in having hard thoughts. They are part of being human, but you are not your thoughts. You are the awareness beneath them, the loving witness who can choose again, moment by moment. So breathe now, deeply, softly. Let your breath remind your body that all is well. Let your next thought be a loving one, and let your body respond with a sigh of relief. You are creating harmony within yourself. You are building a new home inside, a home filled with peace, light, and love. And every loving thought is another brick in that sacred home. Let yourself live there. Let your soul rest. Let your body feel safe. You are healing. You are remembering. You are becoming whole again. Growth does not demand perfection. It only asks for presence. A gentle return, again and again, to the truth of who you really are. You are not broken. You are growing. And like a seed beneath the soil, your transformation begins in darkness. You do not need to see it all at once. You only need to trust that something beautiful is taking root. When you plant new seeds of thought, seeds of love, hope, and healing, you are choosing to tend to your inner garden. You are saying, "I am worth nurturing." And just like a garden, this growth will take time. It will need warmth, water, and sunlight. Your words, your beliefs, your intentions. These are the nourishment your soul craves. You can begin with simple truths. Say to yourself, "I am open to change. I am willing to grow." These are not demands. They are invitations. They call in new energy, new possibilities, and new ways of being. Speak them softly, daily, like you would tend to a beloved flower. Speak them in the mirror. Speak them in silence. Speak them as you walk through your day. Let them become your new rhythm. Growth doesn't always look like progress. Sometimes it feels like rest. Sometimes it feels like letting go of what no longer fits. Sometimes it means saying no, walking away, or doing less. These are not signs of failure. They are signs that you are listening to yourself, that you are beginning to trust your own rhythm. The seeds of transformation you plant now will grow in their own time. You don't need to rush the process. You don't need to dig them up to check if they're working. Trust that they are. Trust that something deep within you is already shifting. You may not see the bloom yet, but it's coming. You are not alone in your growth. The entire universe is supporting you. The energy of life itself flows through your breath, your thoughts, your actions. You are not separate from it. You are a part of it. a beautiful, divine part. And the more you align your thoughts with this truth, the more ease and grace you allow into your life. Let today be a day of planting. Plant seeds of self-worth. Plant seeds of hope. Plant seeds of peace. Let them grow in your words, your thoughts, your choices, and watch over time how they blossom into a life that reflects who you truly are, a soul filled with light. Sometimes we forget that the universe is always ready to give, not because we've earned it, not because we've done everything perfectly, but because giving is its nature, love is its nature. And when we open our hearts, even just a little, we make room to receive. You were never meant to do it all alone. You were never meant to carry every burden without support. The universe is here to help you, guide you, uplift you, but you must first allow yourself to receive. This means believing you are worthy of love, believing you are deserving of ease, believing that peace and abundance are not for some, they are for all, including you. When your heart is open, life flows more gently, opportunities appear, people show up, healing takes place. It doesn't mean every moment is perfect. It means that you no longer feel disconnected from the source of all love. You feel supported, you feel held. To open your heart, begin by pausing. Close your eyes, breathe into your chest, and say softly, I allow myself to receive. You can even place your hand there, feeling the warmth of your own love. That simple act tells your inner world, I matter, I am here, I am ready. You can also keep a small gratitude practice, not as a duty, but as a gentle reminder of the love already present in your life. Each morning or evening, list 3 things you are thankful for. They don't have to be big. A smile, a breath, a warm shower. This practice aligns your energy with receiving. It reminds you that good is here and more is coming. When you give thanks for what is, you naturally become a magnet for more. Not because you are chasing it, but because you are becoming a match to it. Your energy speaks even louder than your words. And when it says, I am open, I am grateful, I am ready, the universe responds with a loving yes. You do not have to figure everything out. You do not have to force the flow. Just stay open, stay willing, stay soft, and let the goodness of life find you. It always will. As you begin to receive more love, more peace, more guidance, you will feel a lightness return. You will notice your steps feel steadier, your mind more calm, your spirit more at ease. This is your natural state. This is what happens when you live from an open heart. Lightness is not about avoiding life's challenges. It's about moving through them with grace. It's about choosing peace, even in the midst of change. When you live from a place of lightness, you trust. You no longer carry what isn't yours. You no longer try to control what isn't yours to manage. You rest, you breathe, you allow. This lightness comes from daily practices that remind you of who you are. A moment of stillness in the morning, a gentle affirmation in the mirror, a slow breath during a stressful hour. These are the small rituals that bring you back home. Try saying throughout the day, I live with ease. I choose peace in this moment. I am safe to let go. These are not just words, they are energy, and the more you speak them, the more they shape your world. Let yourself return to the breath. Inhale deeply, exhale softly. With every breath, you create space. With every breath, you remember, this moment is enough. You are enough. And life is here to meet you with love. Let yourself laugh again. Let yourself rest. Let yourself enjoy the little things, the warm tea, the sound of birds, the softness of your bed. These are not small things. These are moments of presence, and presence is where peace lives. You are not here to push. You are here to flow, to align, to live lightly. And when you live this way, life responds with blessings. Not because you chased them, but because you allowed them. You have come so far. You have been brave in ways only your soul knows. And now you are beginning to feel that something inside you has shifted. You are not the same. You are softer, stronger, wiser, more free, more loving. You have allowed yourself to rest, to breathe, to release, to grow, to open. And now you are beginning to live from that new space inside, the space of truth, the space of love, the space of light. Let this moment be your gentle reminder. You are doing beautifully, not because everything is perfect, but because you are showing up. You are choosing love. You are choosing healing. You are choosing you. Each breath you take is a prayer. Each thought of love is a step forward, and each moment of softness is a miracle unfolding. Let yourself keep going, keep trusting, keep choosing light. And now, as you close your eyes and place your hand to your heart, say gently, I am healing, I am growing, I am free. My soul is safe to breathe again. Let these words settle into every cell of your being. Let them become the new song of your life. You are loved, you are supported, you are whole. And now, dear soul, walk forward lightly. The path ahead is filled with peace.